If there's one thing I can bet my entire life on, is the fact that AEW and WWE will never collab. Will never have a Worlds Collide, a Forbidden Door. But what if? What if we grabbed some of the male stars of AEW, some of the male stars of WWE, and had them in a match? What would be the dream matches we could come up with? Welcome to another series of my what ifs, where I'll be looking at currently the men's side of each roster. Next week I'll do the women's and the tag teams, mainly because I couldn't come up with enough women's and tag team matches to put in one videos each, so it'll just be a combined video. But today we're doing the men's singles, so let's get straight into it. But of course, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the bell icon to be notified when I upload the next part of this series. Now, let's get straight into it. At number 10, I would love to see Gunther versus Claudio Castagnoli, Cesaro, formerly known as in the WWE Universe. I simply think big boys, big European boys, just fight each other. Yes, apparently they had at one point, I believe, a dark match in WWE at one point, like during like the European tour. I'd never seen it, didn't know it happened until not too long ago, I'll be honest, until I was aware of it. But yeah, I never got to see that. I want to see it, and I think it'd be better off with this version of Gunther versus this version of Claudio. I think it'd be just a wonderful, just hard-hitting match. Number 9, you gotta do the brother versus brother, Cody Rhodes, Dustin Rhodes, mainly because I'd like to see the trilogy. I think they've had 2 matches now. If they haven't, shit, I guess do the second match then here, and then maybe down the line they could work out a third match and Cody should win the third one. Give Dustin a win here, that'd be nice, I guess. You know, maybe have not turned heel, but like have him cheat a little bit, have a little fun. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think they've had 2 matches already, and I'm hoping this could be their third. And I think it'd be a really good third to finally have the brothers settle their differences. Well, settle their differences is not really the right saying, but like, you have one, I got one. Winner buys the pint. Winner buys the beer, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like then it's a competitive Rhodes match, so who could win that? I couldn't do this without leaving out one of my boys, Javon Evans versus Bandito. I think they could pull off some fuck shit. I think they could pull off moves that I don't even think they knew were possible. I think they would hit a move against each other and actively be like, what did I just do? I think they'll discover new wrestling maneuvers and reversals and like springboards and strike. They'll discover all of that's never been seen before in this singular match. You know what I mean? Also, I never talked about who would win against Gunther, Claudio. Gunther would win. Cody would win here. I'd honestly say I'd give this to Bandito. I think a Bandito win would be cool. Like, as much as I like my boy Javon, a good Bandito match, I think he should win that. But yeah, they would 2 bouncy boys, bounciest of boys. I was talking about not leaving my boys out, and I kept to my word. I have Trick Williams versus Swerve Strickland. I think simply the entrances alone, magical. the entrances alone by both of these men, yeah, I want it. I want to see it so badly. That, and I feel like, I'll be honest, Trick is, I've heard people talk about it too. Trick is an entrance. He's an entrance and he's a star. In the ring, he's not the most polished. He can hold his own, but his own isn't like what you would want to see out of somebody who the company wants to make into a bigger star. Until he gets into the ring with somebody who can get that out of it. A Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov are the kind of people who can get that out of Trick Williams. And I feel like Swerve would have been another name had he not left NXT as early as he, not as early, but as early as he did before Trick joined, and didn't get released by the time Trick joined the main roster. If we could have a match between these two, I think it would be Trick's best match of all time. I do think Swerve would still take the win because he is more of an established star. Regardless of WWE and AEW, he is more of an established star than Trick Williams in general. And I do think Swerve should take that win. Up next, I have LA Knight versus MJF. And I partially did this because I realized I didn't have MJF on my list. I need to have him have a match somewhere. I couldn't think of anybody. Cody? No, I want him. I'm doing him versus Dustin. CM Punk? We've already gotten that. I have CM Punk doing something else. I think, and I mainly did this for the promo work, I think both men in a promo would be wonderful. LA Knight, I think, is less of a promo than MJF. But I feel like LA Knight, if he had the opportunity to, could bring himself up to an MJF level and at least match him. Maybe not be him, but he'll at least be able to match MJF. I'm not too concerned on the match because MJF is winning that match, but I'm not too concerned about the match. It's just the promo work I want to see. I just want to see how a promo between LA Knight and MJF would just work. That's really all it is. Like, the match I couldn't care less about. I just want to see I want to see them talk against each other. MJF would win the match though, because he's better than you, and you know it. I'm so happy we have him back, because now that he's back, I can do the match that I actually, because I wrote this down before Kevin's return, and I had to switch it around. And it was originally, I had four actually. It was originally Braun Breaker versus Darby Allin. And I was like, oh, actually, I don't know, I kind of want to see Jacob versus Darby Allin. And I said, what if it was Gunther versus Darby Allin? And then Kevin Owens came back, and I said, that's the one. Kevin Owens versus Darby Allin is the right call. Two mad men who is willing to do basically whatever they can for their own company, put their bodies on the line, put their lives on the line at this point for their company, just for a good pat on the back, say good job buddy. And that's it. That's basically what they both do. And I feel like if they had the chance to wave the flag of WWE and AEW, it's like whoever wins this is just, I guess, the sole company owner. I guess would just get a percentage of the company at that point. You know, they'll kill each other for that. I feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like Kevin would win, because I feel like Darby would just give. Kevin doesn't know when to stop. Neither does Darby. But I feel like Kevin's just relentlessness of just power bombs onto the apron would just stop Darby. Would just kill Darby. You know what I mean? Yeah, I went through a load of names before Kevin came back. Kevin came back, I said, you're the one I wanted this spot. The next match I have, I also tossed this one up a little bit. It wasn't a lot, but it was really just two names. It was Gunther again. It's Gunther, he's very good. But I ended up with Ilya Dragunov versus Will Ospreay. Come on. I think that'd be an amazing match. The Torpedo Moscow versus the Hidden Blade, who hits it first? Well, actually, the Hidden Blade would hit first, because he is just throwing his head at Will, and he just lift his elbow up and just pop his head off, I guess. I really think this would be such an intense, because Will also has a very intense style when he wrestles. And he does in some matches he doesn't need to. I recently watched, well, I mean, like, he needed to because it's Darby, but I watched the match with him and Darby on like a Dynamite. It's like, you should not be trying this hard for Darby, but it's Darby. I saw another one where it was Will versus Ray Phoenix, and I'm like, this should not be I should not be sitting on the edge of my seat for Ray Phoenix and Will Ospreay, but somehow I'm off my seat. And I feel like Ilya Dragunov can bring that intensity with speed, with power, with force. Heavy hits for Ilya. And I feel like Will can match that just about perfectly, if you ask me. I feel like it's a match made in heaven right there. I don't think they've ever fought before. I don't think so. And I think that'd be the perfect dream match for me. Will would win. Because, again, he'll just do the Torpedo Moscow straight into the Hidden Blade. Maybe hit him with 2. I think it'd be cool. The third to last match I have is another beef, meat on meat. Big meaty men slapping meat. Obafemi, Brody King. Enough is said. I feel like enough is said. What else do I need to say? Like, I'm actually really trying to figure out what else can I say about that match. Obafemi, Brody King, Obafemi. What else? Beefy boys fighting. Oba's just gonna pop Brody King up like a baby and just slam him with a fall from grace. Oba's gonna win that. You can't stop him. Like, I'm actively thinking about what else can I say about this match. It's right there. Do it, please. My second to last match, I have CM Punk versus Kenny Omega, because the bastards didn't want to do it before he left. Fuck you, Tony. Fuck you, Tony. They didn't want to do it before Punk left, so I'm, in my world of worlds, I want to make it happen. If the worlds could, if worlds could collide and forbidden doors were open, this is, I think, yeah, this is the second thing I'm doing. We'll get to the first thing I'm doing, but this is the second thing I would do on that list. Is get Kenny and Punk in the same ring to finally squash it out. Cause they had the brawl out at All Out, which led to the fallout of CM Punk leaving, and Kenny Omega just kind of treading, well, the Elite in a way treading water for a little bit of like, well, we can't really do shit with y'all until y'all like figure this out. So there you go, Death Triangle. Y'all get the belts for a little bit. Like, but yeah, I'm very especially now that they're older and both kind of at the end of their rope in a way. Punk, I think, having like maybe another 2 years in him. I'd give him 2 to 3 years. Kenny, who knows when he's wrapping it up? He's on a redemption arc, so fairly soon. I'm very interested to see. Probably loser leaves, so I'd probably have CM Punk win, have Kenny lose, have Kenny go away. Maybe become an actual like backstage, an actual EVP of AEW. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just very interested to see how that would play out. And I feel like y'all know what number 1 is. Like, I feel like y'all know what number 1 is. It's actually the main reason I wanted to do this video. It's actually another reason I want to do the video. Adam Blampier, I'll put his video up screen too. Did a video where he booked Dean Ambrose or John Moxley returning to WWE, and he gave me this idea to do where Dean Ambrose won the world champion from Seth and Roman to bring it back to AEW, having Cody come over to win it back, and that just caused a super colliding show of AEW versus WWE stars. That's kind of what started this video. So of course my main event of the last one is Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and John Moxley. Of course it is. The Shield triple threat. We technically never got. I know we got one at Battleground? Payback? Backlash? Which one was it? Battleground, I think. Let's say Battleground. I'll check it later. I'm gonna say Battleground. But I know we got the actual triple threat there. But that doesn't count. We all know that doesn't count. We want major pay-per-view PLE buy-in of this triple threat. We want a actual main event worthy style of this triple threat, especially with how, if only Seth was still in the Vision. I was about saying, especially how everything turned out. Roman has his bloodline, John has his Death Riders, and then Seth has his Vision. Oh my god, the faction warfare would have been beautiful, but the Vision's not there no more, so damn you, Seth. And the winner of this, I actually can't even... You know what? I'll let you decide who should win that match. Because honestly, I can make an argument for all three of them. And I don't think that'd help me come to a conclusion. Because, like, Roman could win. It's Roman Reigns. He is on God mode at all times, basically. He doesn't really lose that much unless he's actively screwed out of a win. The same kind of goes with Seth, but... I think Seth is more liable to take a pin and not really get hurt from it. You know what I mean? Like, he is smarter. I think he's the smarter superstar, smarter talent between the two. So I feel like he's able to sneak out a win, but also a lose doesn't really hurt him. And then John is just my favorite. Dean Ambrose, John Moxley has been my favorite since I've gotten into wrestling. I think literally since like that 2015 stretch of Dean Ambrose was my favorite, and then watching his progression in 2016, 2017, 2018, my favorite wrestler. So I just want him to win. So I'll say I want John to win, but I want y'all to leave down in the comments who y'all think should win that triple threat, because I think there's no wrong answer. And that's gonna do it for me. I actually talked longer than I thought I would about these topics. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hit the mic. If you like the video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I upload. I told y'all I'll be uploading both women's matches, 5 women matches, and then 5 tag team matches. I like to see AEW versus WWE. You know what I mean? Because again, I couldn't think of enough women's matches. I'm like, that'd be PLE worthy, pay-per-view worthy. It's the same thing with the tag teams, where it's like, yeah, this is tag team worthy. I couldn't think of much for either division, so you know what I mean, we'll just put them in all in one video, make it a little bit easier for me. But if you like the music, I make that, I do that, that's what I do. Triple H. Link will be down below for the second channel. I'll see you when I see y'all. I love y'all. Take care, everybody. Bye.